I can see how much weight you've been bearing. My little kid, you have carried burdens that were never intended to be carried by you alone, while you've been trying to be strong for everyone around you. I've been silently wondering who would stand up for you. I am here today, I tell you. I've been here all along. Additionally, the angels I sent to you have never abandoned you. There have been times when you've been emotionally, mentally, and even financially spent. You have battled to keep relationships intact and have attempted to maintain harmony when disagreement threatened to destroy you. I am aware of your efforts. I've seen the evenings when you couldn't sleep because your mind kept going over all of your fears and failure scenarios, and yet you're standing here. That isn't a coincidence. That is how I am keeping your life going. Since a transition is approaching, I am speaking now. There will be times in the future when your faith will be put to the test. Some will be in partnerships you could lose touch with, individuals you assumed would never question you. Misconceptions may arise like unanticipated storms. But hear me out, you won't be sunk by those storms. After they have cleared the air, what is left will be genuine, unadulterated, and unchangeable. Don't hold on to what I'm requesting you let go of. Some relationships are only designed to last a season, and clinging to them beyond that will only make you feel heavier. There may be moments when the figures in your financial situation don't appear to add up. You'll question if there will be enough. However, I am more than enough. God in ways you cannot yet perceive. I continue to grow, even when resources seem to be decreasing. Right now I have angels working in invisible locations, arranging for supplies, opening doors, and generating chances you never would have thought possible. Don't use what you see in your account now to gauge your future. By my constancy, measure it. Your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $11. Super thanks are your choice each month. Whoever can give super thanks, please give as much as possible. And whoever cannot, please try to read this message completely. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the Super Thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. The adversary has made an effort to persuade you that you are alone in this, and that nobody is watching, caring, or willing to assist you. However, that is untrue. Heaven observes, heaven is concerned. Heaven is in motion. I don't let my angels sit about. They are bearing answers to your tearful pleas. Even now, some responses will come as a shock, like light entering a place that has been dark. Others will gradually appear until you realize that the burden you formerly had has been removed and you were unaware of it at the time. I'm teaching you to have more faith in me. I am the God who walks with you through the fire, without allowing the flames to devour you. Not only the God who saves you. I stand in the midst of the storm until the winds yield to my voice. I am the God. Additionally, I am the God who sends angels to watch over your steps and prevent you from tripping. In the days ahead, you will experience the temptation to revert to your old ways of doing things, to worry rather than pray, to cling to control, out of fear of losing everything you hold dear. However, I'm telling you now, I'll fill your hands if you keep them open. I will lead you into benefits you couldn't produce on your own. If you give up control, you are about to enter a time when you will regard me as your provider, defender, and restorer in addition to your savior. Each setback will pave the path for a bigger win. Every door that is closed will lead to a better one. Every difficult conclusion will set you up for a lovely start. Additionally, you won't enter that season by yourself. The angels assigned to you are still on guard. They have protected you at times when you were unaware that your life was in danger. Your family, your house, and your heart are all encircled by them. They have engaged in combat you haven't seen, and each time you decide to trust me, instead of the falsehoods of fear, they celebrate. If this faith is something you are prepared to follow, type "I trust you, Jesus." I want you to know that you have my undying love. It is not predicated on how well you perform, how flawless you are, or how well you can do everything. I will always, forever, and fiercely adore you. When things become tough, I'm not going to give up. When you make errors, I won't turn my back on you. I'll be here, consistent, dependable, and unwavering. Indeed, there will be difficulties in the future. There will be times when you wonder whether you heard me correctly, if you made the proper decision, or if you can continue. But keep this voice in mind when such times arrive. Keep in mind that I will always be there for you. I will always be there for you. Furthermore, I promise never to let you fall without picking you up again. I'm calling on you to let go of what you can't bear. Put an end to the money worries that have been keeping you up at night. Give me the relationships you have been attempting to mend on your own. In every aspect of your life, let me to be God. When you finally let go, you'll see what I can accomplish. I'm not asking you to give up something really valuable. When I advise you to put it down, my darling, I've already prepared something for you, so please make place for it. If your heart were a table, it would be filled with anxiety, dread, and the burden of having to keep things together by yourself right now. To set it with benefits you haven't yet experienced, I ask that you clear it. Even when you've been hoping for change, it seldom materializes in a manner that suits you. It may sometimes be achieved by shaking off something you've relied on for an extended period of time. You may have lost more from the connection than you have gained. It might be a profession that pays well, but depletes your soul. You may have clung to this version of yourself because you fear what you might become without it. I can see how silently you have been fighting. I see the times when you grin among others, yet break down when you're by yourself. I can understand how you've attempted to shield people from your suffering, while you question if anybody will do the same for you. Every time you've murmured, "Lord, I can't keep doing this," I've heard you. This letter has reached you at this very moment, because I am about to make a change in your life that you cannot account for or explain. The adversary has attempted to sow doubt in your mind, to make you believe that your prayers have been in vain and that you have been forgotten. He has attempted to reassure you that your greatest days are over and that nothing will change. The adversary is a liar, and his falsehoods cannot defeat my truth. I tell you today, the Alpha and Omega are me. Your origin and your end are in my possession. I am aware of the route you have taken and the direction you want to take. Indeed, there will be times in the near future when you start to doubt everything. Unexpected bills that leave you wondering how you'll make ends meet, or unexpected remarks from a loved one that hit you more than you anticipated. You will be tempted to withdraw, to shut your heart, to distance yourself from your beliefs. The fight will be won here nevertheless, not by fleeing from me, but by racing toward me. My presence will increase in tandem with the pressure. Allow my word to be the voice that answers the door. When fear knocks, angels are being sent before you to clear the path. Not only did they protect you, but they also shape discussions, direct choices, and take down barriers you aren't even aware exist. Although you have asked for safety, my protection involves more than just keeping danger at bay. It also entails directing you to the appropriate locations at the appropriate times. Even if you can't see it, it is occurring right now. Some folks will have the wrong idea about the direction I'm taking you. They could wonder why you're changing, why you're giving up stuff, or why you're not as accessible as you once were. Some people could even believe that you're making a mistake. However, dear, I am blessing you without their consent. You and I are the only ones involved. I want you to keep in mind that even in the silence, angels are there for you when you feel alone. When you are praying, they are there in the room. When you drive, they are all around your vehicle. When you enter meetings, sit across from someone you need to have a difficult talk with, or encounter circumstances that seem too burdensome for your heart, they are there. They see you even if you can't see them. They convey my commands to keep you safe and lead you. You're going through a phase when it seems like you're losing more money than you're making. To be honest with you, however, nothing you give up to me is ever lost. Beyond what you sacrificed, I restore even if you may not understand why I'm letting certain things go. Know that I never remove without intending to increase. You have been requesting answers from me sometimes. However, more trust is the solution rather than more knowledge. You may attempt to control it. If I told you everything I was about to do, which might prevent the miracle from happening. Because of this, even if things don't make sense right now, I'm asking you to live by faith. I am aware of your financial situation. I am aware of people's silent anxieties around bills, unforeseen expenses, and future uncertainty. However, I am your provider, Jehovah Jireh. I am the same God who multiplied the loaves and fish, provided water from a rock, and gave manna in the desert. Today I am still the same God. I am not constrained by the state of the economy, your earnings, or the information shown in your account. My supply is supernatural rather than reasonable. I am also aware of the specifics of your partnerships. Where love once flowed effortlessly, I see the strain. I now see the distance that was before invisible. I can tell you've been avoiding the chats because you don't want to exacerbate the situation. However, I am the reconciling God, the God who softens hearts, opens eyes to see, and opens ears to hear as me. I am able to create unity when there is discord. I can rekindle warmth where there is cold, but I have to be invited into those areas. Don't engage in conflict that I haven't called you to. I'll ask you to get up and tackle a few things. On other occasions, I'll ask you to remain still while I work. It is your responsibility to remain in my presence, so that you may clearly hear my instructions, not to win every battle. Even if the days ahead won't be easy, they will be worthwhile. My loyalty will be seen in fresh ways with each trial. Each failure will pave the way for a bigger triumph. Every setback will pave the way for a bigger reward. Throughout it all, you will realize that I was always there, keeping you together when it seemed like everything else was crumbling. Instead, you are entering a period of rebirth rather than one of survival. You'll feel rejuvenated, your eyesight will be restored. You'll have hope again and will have unwavering faith. This is the start of something bigger than you could have ever imagined, not the end. If you're prepared to witness what I'll do next time, I believe you will also see a change in yourself as you go in this trust. The terror that previously surged so swiftly will begin to fade. You'll start to feel less anxious than you did at night, though it will no longer have the last say. The voice of doubt will still attempt to speak. This is due to the fact that you will know, not only in your intellect, but also in your heart, that I am for you, that I am with you. and that I have already prepared the path for you. I'm teaching you to hear me above the cacophony. Distractions will arise in the form of other people's ideas, chances that seem promising but are not from me, and circumstances that encourage you to accept less than what I have promised. You have to remain near me because of this. Your ability to identify my voice will determine whether you experience irritation or satisfaction in the days ahead, whether you experience a delay or breakthrough. In addition to protecting you, the angels I have assigned to you are also communicating with your spirit. You may refer to it as a gut feeling, or claim that you just knew what to do, but realize that such are often my messengers, mild prods leading you in the direction of blessings and away from danger. Your trust will sometimes be put to the test by something provided rather than something taken away, because it seems simpler, quicker, or safer. You will be inclined to say yes. However, I don't always choose the most direct route. I'll guide you to areas that will test your faith and make you rely on me more than ever. You will see wonders at those times that you would have missed if you had opted for the safest route. Additionally, I'm urging you to watch what you say this season. In the spirit, what you say matters. Don't feed fear by repeating its falsehoods. Refrain from expressing despair by admitting defeat. Speak my promises instead, even if you haven't yet seen their fulfillment. Speaking in faith is announcing a higher reality, where my word is definitive, rather than rejecting reality. I am aware of the struggles you have been going through in your relationships, including the unsaid letdowns, the times you felt invisible or undervalued, and the discussions that left you with more questions than answers. I can assure you that I am also in those locations. I am repairing injuries, healing hearts, and reestablishing trust where it has been lost. Even though you may not see the difference right away, have faith that I am at work. I'm moving things in your favor financially. I am unlocking doors that were previously closed. I'm putting resources at your fingertips that you were unaware of. In addition, however, I'm teaching you how to take excellent care of what I've already given you. This season is all about insight, not simply growth. I am getting you ready to manage bigger benefits, without forgetting who bestowed them upon you. You've questioned why certain possibilities passed you by, and why plans you believed to be ideal abruptly failed. It wasn't a penalty, it served as defense. What you couldn't see, I saw. I am aware of the conclusion from the start. Furthermore, I would rather let something you want go by than let it divert you from the course I set for you. Be prepared for pushback as you go. It's intentional that not everything will be simple. Strength comes from resistance. Patience is developed via delays. Faith is fostered by opposition. Every obstacle you encounter will serve as the foundation for your testimony. and others will know that my hand got you through it when they hear your tale. I beg you, dear, to quit speculating about my future movements. My methods are superior than yours. My opinions are more important than yours. You cannot confine me or restrict my actions. I am not constrained by human thinking, time, or resources. I am the God who brings the dead to life, who creates rivers in the desert, and who splits the oceans. Nothing is too difficult for me, so raise your gaze, find out where I'm going. Instead of focusing on what's lacking, the shadows in front of you are only evidence that light is approaching from behind, so don't be alarmed. And I am that light right now. I'm giving your spirit new vitality. Even if the situation hasn't altered yet, you will realize that the weight is beginning to lighten. That's because my serenity comes from inside and is not reliant on what you see, and I will always be the same person in your life. Remain near me, pay attention to my voice, follow my spirit's guidance, and keep in mind that you are not alone in your journey. When you are feeling uncertain, heaven follows you on your journey. You are surrounded by my angels. You are preceded by my presence, and you will always have my affection. Even when the winds scream and the storms rage against your life, I have already spoken peace over you. My darling, I am still here whispering into your heart. My voice is softer than a whisper, and louder than thunder. I have gone before you, and my angels are now gathered around you, so you don't need to be afraid of what is ahead. They are more than simply watchers. They are guardians and warriors sent to help you get through difficult times that you cannot face on your own. I've given them instructions to keep you upright, so you won't trip, and to watch your steps in the dark. Even if they can't see you, they can see you and know your name, since I wrote it on their assignment. I am aware that you have sometimes sobbed in private, questioning if your prayers were really heard. I want you to know that I have held every tear that has ever escaped your eyes. Not a drop is wasted. I utilize them to sow the seeds of your life's marvels. You believed that you were drowning in sorrow, but in reality, you were getting ready for a powerful surge of my splendor. Your testimony will come from the exact thing that attempted to shatter you. Don't undervalue the strength of a heart that has been given up, my kid. You don't need to solve every problem. All you have to do is believe me. I'm creating something so exquisite that it would overwhelm you if I revealed it to you right now. There will be days when the night seems to go on forever, and the waiting seems to drag on forever. But keep in mind that the dawn is not postponed. Rather, it is scheduled, and it will shatter abruptly when it does. Concerned about provision, you've been asking yourself, what if I don't have enough? However, I am more than enough, God. One used a few loaves and fish to feed thousands. I carried a rock to get water. Manna was sent from heaven by me. I'm still the same. I'll give you favors you didn't even ask for, and open doors you didn't knock on. I speak fullness, overflow, and multiplication. While the rest of the world may talk about inflation, scarcity, and lack, I shall go above what is humanly possible with everything you put in my hands. I see the conflict in your relationships, the miscommunications, the separation, the scars you can't seem to get over on your own. Additionally, I am sending healing there. I'm providing clarity where there was misunderstanding, and reconciliation where there was division. However, I am also taking away what was never intended to be. They're not to punish you, but to keep you safe. Some relationships are divinely assigned, while others are seasonal. Have faith in me to see the difference. Don't let your heart shrink because of fear. I'm expanding your domain. You will enter areas you previously believed to be off limits. I'm creating a path where none was, so you'll hear your name called in places you've never visited. Your resources, expertise, and credentials are not the only factors that will win me over. Since it originates with me, it is limitless. Say to the adversary, I am chosen, I am loved, and I am covered. When he attempts to remind you of your past, when he tries to remind you of his future, remind him of his everlasting defeat. Your narrative has been rewritten by my kindness, and your faults have been covered by my blood. You are the masterpiece of my grace, not the culmination of your shortcomings. I'm inviting you into a time when you'll thrive, rather than merely get by. You'll laugh, dream, and hope once again. You'll walk with a confidence that comes from who you belong to, not from what you own. And everyone who questioned you will see how I influenced your life and realize that I was the one who raised you. The angels of assigned are already at work, eliminating obstacles you weren't even aware were there, safeguarding you from invisible danger, and aligning possibilities. While you relax in me, they are working in the background. Breathe, then release the burden you have been bearing. I have never lost, and the fight is mine. You will make it, but when you reflect on this season, you will think, I would not have made it if it weren't for the Lord, who was on my side. Not just narrowly, but triumphantly. You will emerge from this more anointed, smarter and stronger than ever. Because I am the one who transforms ashes into beauty, grieving into dancing, and cemeteries into gardens. Proceed in peace now, raise your head. Make your shoulders square, act as if you were not alone. Because your tale is still being written, the angels of heaven are all around you, and the King of Kings is with you. The best is still to come. It is not behind you. If you believe it, type this in the comments. I know my angels are with me, and I trust you, Jesus. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.